a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
A short one this week as we rip through Cartoon Classic 7 starring our good friends Donald and Daisy. Classic intro, classic Donald face with that yellow background. Donald is the first short, and oh boy, we get Donald in a sombrero riding a donkey and playing a guitar. The donkey stops for a second. Donald wallops it over the head with his guitar like the honky tonk man to get it going again. This is already aged fantastically. The box says this is the first appearance of Daisy Duck, so this is where she meets Donald and her life starts to spiral that eventually ends up here. Anyway, Donald gets to a balcony and sings for Daisy to come out, or sorry, he serenades the senorita, and she pops out in high heels and shimmies down a cactus to get to the ground. Put a f***ing ring on her finger already. That was awesome. Absolute badass. She gets the sombrero stuck on her butt though, and Donald points and laughs at her, so she socks him and he gets up and he wants to deck her back, but she continually hits him over the head with his own guitar until it breaks. Like the honky tonk man. Now the donkey laughs at Donald for the guitar thing, and now he's gonna murder the donkey, but Donald instead sees the L trading post, and as luck would have it, someone wants to trade a car for a donkey, so he trades his donkey for the car. Upstairs, Daisy is crying and ripping up all her pictures of her and Donald. How? They just met. But then Donald rolls up in his sick ride, honks the horn, and Gold Digger Daisy is like, oh hell yeah, I'm back, let's go, everything's fine. They back the car up to their former donkey that's now tied to the L Trading Post showroom. Then they spin out, spraying the animal with exhaust and dirt, and laugh and drive away. That was great. I don't know. Like most toxic relationships, they're back at each other's throats in no time. The car breaks down in the desert. I don't know. I find charm in most of these old-timey original 5 cartoons, but this one's not doing much for me. Maybe because they never showed this violently misogynistic and racist by today's standards short on the Magical Express bus. Rest in peace. The donkey is back now and laughing at these 2 lunatics trying to kill each other. I swear at one point Donald says, "Ruther Rucker," when Daisy takes a tire from the car and rides it away like a unicycle. The sombrero shrinks and the donkey laughs at Donald. The end. We get an in-between cartoon with Jiminy Cricket asking how Donald got Daisy back after that, and Donald said he did the right thing. He tricked her. It's not wrong. Next up is Double Trouble. We start with a bored Donald listening to Daisy blither on the phone, and he is so bored and doesn't care, and as he walks away he sees a well-spoken gentleman who looks exactly like him, and he comes up with the old switcheroo plan, and I've seen this one, we reviewed this one, it was on another compilation, so fast forward through this, no point doing it again. The next in-between segment has Daisy telling Jiminy Cricket, "This next cartoon will prove Donald is not a duck, he's a rat!" And she slams down Donald's Diary, which is the name of the next short. Oh wow. She's reading a book called How to Catch a Husband. The narrator is VOing this, but it's like from Donald's mind. Daisy puts on a sexy dress and tries to catch Donald's eye, and he's oblivious. Which says a lot about Donald, because this cartoon is 70 years old, she's a cartoon duck, and she's still solid 9 in that dress. She eventually catches his eye, and they date, and they fall in love. She invites him to meet the family, and her brothers are Huey, Dewey, Louie here. He meets them, he meets her mom and dad. He's gonna propose tonight, that's his plan. We get Daisy's silhouette in the shower. Donald falls asleep waiting, and he dreams of their wedding day. They get married. And then she brings her 3 brothers on their honeymoon. They get to their dream cottage for their honeymoon, and her mom and dad are waiting there as well. In this dream, he wakes up the next day and he sees Daisy without makeup, and she's chain smoking, solid gold. She also can't cook, and her family never leaves. He's trying to hold it together, but he began to notice a change in his wife. She's getting bossy, and it keeps getting worse and worse as the days blend together, and he's like drowning. He's so turned around, he doesn't even know which way the surface is anymore, and he just needs like 2 minutes of silence and just come up with a plan, some sort of escape plan to get the hell out of here where he won't look like a complete leave. He wakes up. She's a nagging nightmare. He wakes up again, this time for real. He screams and breaks through the door like the Kool-Aid Man and finishes his diary entry with this quote, "If I was born when I kissed her, I died when we parted." The end. Wow, okay, 1987 cartoon classics. Ending with a positive message.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.
Okay, Macy. Yeah!